right, guys, we're gonna get a look at this 2000. I mentioned it last night in the end clip. It's a 1 of 11 car, and we'll get to that in a moment. The fun thing is, we actually saw this car. Hassan, thanks for the photos. Back in 2015 at my dad's, the building next to his in Rancho Bernardo, just a few miles south of here. And I noticed, oh look, a Silverstone M5. Whoa, it's got PDC. The badge placement is relatively incorrect. And we went up and looked. I do not remember noticing that it was a 1 of 12 car though. So maybe it's been swapped. This is a Le Mans blue interior. Look at that. An extended leather LMB 05 LM with a non-Alcantara headliner. So that's the option it's missing. Though it's got your fold seats. It's got your sunshades, all of which work, even the little side ones. Titan trim, though not originally. It was a wood car, I assume, unless the owners decided he prefers the wood console. And it looks like that right rear door piece has been painted. It doesn't match the rest. We did an MPI yesterday. He specifically asked us today, it's got 163K on it, specifically asked us today to do some diag on the washer fluid system. So we did that. Pull the thing, you don't get any fluid, though you hear the pump go. So we took out the reservoir, or took out the wheel liner to get a look at the reservoir. The fluid was black. This was all full of mold up here. And there was just like a layer of sediment on the bottom that turned into, picture a wet napkin, and it just sucked itself up around the screen on the bottom of the pump. So this is your headlight pump, this is your windshield pump. He specifically asked us to disconnect the headlight pump, so that will no longer function. But we took everything out, cleaned everything, Cloroxed it, brushed it inside and out. It's perfectly clean now, cleaned up the level sensor, and then put it all back together. And then we're leak testing it now before we reinstall the fender liner. So that's what's happening there. I think he's gonna have us sublet the cluster because none of the bulbs work. I can fix the bulbs, but the pixels also don't work. But this is it, a LMB car. Maybe I'll decode the VIN and see if this thing's an Imposter or not. I'm pretty sure I would have remembered that. I don't know, I'll let you guys know. And E39 Source employee numero tres, Mike. Welcome to San Diego, Michael.
Glad to be back.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to have you. Trust me, we need the help.
6 years.
Working on a rear main seal here on the Imola car, degreasing the back of the engine. We got the old rear main seal out, which is here. And this is how it came out. There was no gasket in between the rear main seal plate and the engine block. I don't think this part of the seal, the crankshaft seal, was leaking at all, but not having that seal certainly means it's going to leak. Also, there's supposed to be 6 little O-rings on those Torx bolts. Only 5 of them were there, maybe less, maybe 4. So we're gonna get all this cleaned up and make it pretty again, and then put the new seal in. Sure enough, 05 LB, that is the factory color. Interesting that it says the body color is interior strips. I think that's a glitch because it's missing a bunch of data here. Option codes are correct. 05 LB and 425 is Silverstone Le Mans, so it's not an Imposter. Sorry. Oh man. She clean. Hey, what's up? Putting today to bed. Busy one, normal one. Finally got some parts today from ECS, or from FCP. The ECS parts did arrive yesterday, finally, those bulbs. So certainly waited our fair share of time on that. I think I'm gonna have to send them up to the customer in the Seattle area, we'll see. Getting Michael set up at the shop, that's been fun. He's kind of a shadow right now, just going over individual jobs, you know, kind of paying attention to detail, how everything's done, where the tools are, how the tools work, etc. So far, I'm really impressed with the effort he's putting into detail. That's really important to me. People I've worked with in the past haven't. They just want to get it done. They want to get it done quickly, and that's important, but it has to be done right. Above all else, it has to be done right. So that's been good so far. Tomorrow's going to be a crazy one. We just got a huge box, like I said, from FCP, so it's going to be like rear main seal, clutch kit, shifter carrier bushings, drive shaft rebuild, differential reseal, differential bushings. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. I'm going to bed. I just got back from Enfuego, went down to Larissa's, hung out with her for a little bit, took the long way home. It's late. I'm sleeping. We'll talk on Thursday. Good night.